Peterson, the thrifting diva, and I am in my kitchen because I'm doing meal prep. My daughter and her friend are in here trying to cook cookies. So we're going to share the space with them for like 5 minutes before they bounce. Anyway, tonight we're talking. I'm about to do meal prep. You guys know if you've been following me, I have been working my butt off on weight loss and eating the right meals, and I am doing high protein, low calorie deficit. So I have to plan my breakfast in advance because if I don't, I honestly, it's a wrap for me. So working out 5 days a week, one of the things I'm doing is working out while still fasting. So it's the first thing I do in the mornings through a fast, and then I break my fast breakfast with a very high protein breakfast. But I am definitely a person who cannot eat the same thing over and over because I've seen the meal preps where people are just like, same meals for 5 days. And I'm like, ugh, I cannot. I will go insane. So I try to meal prep in the sense that I make my breakfast the night before so that I can enjoy a luxe breakfast at the same time keeping it on budget by cooking it at home. So today I'm going to be making a steak burrito, high protein steak burrito for breakfast tomorrow. And I'm going to try to top out at about 40 grams of protein on this because my goal this month of August is to try to hit 100 grams of protein each day. So that's what we're doing. If you're just joining me and you are new to this, go ahead and hit the little like so that we can, when I come on live again, you can subscribe when I come on. But for now, we're talking about high protein steak burritos. Let me know if you've had one before, if you didn't know about it. I have some tips and tricks tonight that I'm going to use in what I'm going to do to add the amount up for the protein, because just doing the steak alone is not going to be it. So if this is kind of your vibe, let me know. If you have questions, drop it in the comments, but let's begin. Okay, so obviously, as I said, we're doing steak burritos. Steak egg burrito. Okay, so the one thing I should probably be saying is the egg in there because that's what's going to give us the protein. We're going to get the protein in the eggs and we're going to get the protein in the steak. Okay, and so that's how I'm going to up the ante on this. And if you're someone looking to lose weight, or if you've been looking to make sure that your nutrition is where it's supposed to, I promise you, if you start focusing on high protein, you are going to see results. Like I'm telling you, only in the last 4 weeks, it has been like a miracle. Like I've been like dropping weight like this. Of course, I'm doing other things like exercising, but I promise you, most of the results are coming from this high protein, low calorie deficit that I'm doing with my nutrition. But at the same time, I'm absolutely enjoying everything I eat because I'm not eating food that doesn't taste good just to say it's healthy. Like, I'm sorry, like we cannot. But I have been enjoying, making different meals and figuring it out along the way. And I've been enjoying having you guys along with that journey. So, see some folks are on here. Hello, K-pop demon hunters. thanks for the, thanks for the, thanks for the, thanks for the compliment. I'm drinking protein. Okay, so how are you doing that with your smoothies and stuff like that? I do have some protein powder that I add in different things. So I'm not necessarily doing a carnivore diet. No, I'm not. I would say no because I'm eating carbs as well. I try to make sure the carbs count though. So I'm not just eating random stuff. I try to eat more complex carbs, but I'm not doing a carnivore diet. And the reason I can't do that is because one, I just can't keep that up. I need to be on something that, when I hit the goal that I'm going for, that I can maintain this lifestyle. Okay. And when we don't have food in the home. Did you play football in high school? I'm from Brazil and don't have food. Sorry to hear that. It's unfortunate. Interestingly, that you're on a live about food, but I'm sorry to hear that. Anyway, meat byproducts like other protein enhancement foods. Guy hooks, that's a great question. Unfortunately, I am definitely someone who, like I know my one of my good friends, she does really like no, plant-based protein. I eat meat. I'm sorry. So I don't really have a lot of information on that side, but I do know in the research there are. I would say that if it's something that, if you don't eat meat at all, then there is the ability to do plant-based protein. A little harder though. That's what I've heard. A little harder, more thinking and processing in it. Rodrigo, um, okay, thank you for your kana. I'm not sure what that is about. Okay, plant-based protein. What's that? I've never heard of it. It's where like vegetarians, people who do not eat protein they don't. Sorry, they don't eat meat and things like that. That's what they would normally use for the plant-based protein. I don't have a lot of information on it because, as I said, I definitely am someone who. Why don't you just go around? Yeah, I'm someone who eat meat and fish, so I tend to make my recipes from those things. Okay. Um, my third baby mama, Keisha. Okay. All right. With that said, we are going to start with a couple of things, and I'm starting this from scratch. I haven't pre-planned anything. I haven't pre-measured anything because I want to show you just how easy this is for you to do at your home as well. I've been saying this over and over, and until I have actually started putting it into practice, I absolutely did not even believe it before. But if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And what I mean by that is if you are really concentrating on this nutritious journey, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to hit certain goals, you have to plan ahead until it becomes second nature. And some of this stuff is not second nature to me, especially trying to be intentional about higher proteins. So for me, I've had to start planning more and using my evenings to do that. Now, for a lot of people who are super busy, they always say, oh my God, I don't have time for this. It's an hour or less, but it will save you so much anxiety the next day. It will save you so much time the next day. And it absolutely would save you the stress of trying to figure out what to eat and not having to fall back into processes that just doesn't work for your body. So each night I try to plan ahead. Last night I planned ahead and had my lunch, and I made enough that I could go through another day of having that lunch. And so tonight I'm going to do breakfast. So I'm not making breakfast and lunch tonight. I'm only making breakfast. But I wanted something a little different. I've been doing these egg wraps lately and they are delicious, but I wanted to add something different to it. So I figured why not do a steak burrito? But as I said, I'm going to up the protein amount because I'm trying to hit 40 grams of protein in one meal. And I'm trying to hit it in the morning right after I work out. So I'm working out while I'm fasting still. So I don't eat anything before I start my workout in the morning. I don't drink coffee. So I may have a glass of water, but that's it. I will work out for an hour, and then immediately following my workout, after I've showered and changed, I will then eat breakfast, and it will be a high protein breakfast. I promise you, if you try doing this, you will see results so quickly. Like, I think the results are even faster than if I was just only working out. And I've done this before where I started like a workout habit and was very consistent, but I didn't lose weight as quickly. My muscles did not show as quickly. I didn't feel strong as quickly. This time around, I figured, okay, I'm going to try to add the protein. I'm going to try to really add the nutrition alongside the workout and see how it is. And within 4 weeks, I have noticed such a dramatic change. And so this for me is just like, I got to keep going because this is what it is. Okay. I'm going to read some of the comments and then we're going to start cooking. Okay. Eat meat. It's good for you. Love it. Humans evolved to eat meat. You look my right there, baby. We are hunter gatherers. We hunted meat and ate it. I have had acai bowls before. I do. Eat more lettuce. I like the name lettuce there. Okay. Um, just eat some, I think, meat and watermelon. Not sure what that means. Potatoes, no good. Only meat. You can have sweet potatoes. That's okay. It's a complex carb. It's good for you. Joe Ortega, happy early birthday. Okay, Jeremy, didn't I block you before? Okay, let's see how we can remove. Okay, okay, there we go. Okay, my made us breakfast dinner. Sometimes she goes, okay, and then Acero, I'm gonna also block you. Man, I don't know what's going on with these trolls tonight, but they are out in full force. Um, okay, hey, yo boy Coco, thanks for jumping in. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so we're good. I think I've hidden some of the obnoxious trolls. Like some nights, I'm just like, I'm not in the mood. It's Monday. I've had a long day. I'm trying to just do this, and I just don't have the mental capacity to deal with either trolls and or whatever it is. Okay, so I work out at my job. I'm going to walk away from the camera, but I have a mic on, so you should hear me still. But I work out at my job, and I'm so blessed because I also have a job in which we are required to work out. I'm in the military. And so we are required to keep in shape. We're required to work out. Um, and so it allows me the flexibility to come into work and get right to go right down to the gym. I know obviously, a lot of jobs don't have that ability. And even in the position I was in before, I did not have that ability. So I'm really excited about this, and I'm going to use it to my full advantage. So now I'm working out 5 days a week, which is seems a lot, but it's not actually. It's starting to grow on me. It is absolutely starting to grow on me on here. Okay, so what are we talking about? I'm not in shape yet. Uh, she, okay, yeah, Chris. Like, I don't know. What do you guys think these? I don't even know how to like. Maybe I need a moderator on here because, geez, it's like crazy. Set to subscribers only mode. That's what. Okay, got it. Okay, that's a really. I did not realize I could do that, and thank you for sharing that with me. I might have to do that because it's so distracting. You know, you like lose one. It's very hard to even put yourself out there in the first place, and then when you come there and you have to just deal with all of this. I mean, I know it's social media, so you got to take it like a champ, but how much can one take as a champ when I do this every day and it's still not, it still doesn't, you know, let me see. So I will, okay, there it goes. Oh, there he goes. Okay, perfect. All right, so what I'm doing right now, I'm just gonna make a cup, like some stuff in here. Um, as I said, we're making, what would it be called? Egg and steak burrito, steak egg burrito. But anyway, we're going to make that. And then we're going to, actually, you know what? Let me make my steak first. I'm going to put the steak out I'm going to season the steak a little bit. And this, what I have here is a, what was this? Round steak used like mostly for stir fry because I'm going to cut this up, and I like how thin it is so that I can cut it up and be able to put it in our burritos. Those folks really got me like frazzled. So sorry if I'm trying to get back on here, but I don't get it. Like, why even bother? Like, I wonder if they get paid. That's what I always say. Like, are you getting paid to do this? Okay, so as I said, I know some people here are going to be like, why are you putting, I'm going to do that here. Why are you going to put so much seasoning on this stuff? It's, most steaks just require salt and pepper. If I had like a very expensive cut of steak, yes. But baby, this is not an expensive cut of steak. So we're going to have to give this some flavor, okay? Um we got 54 viewers and only one show. It's all oh, Jerron, that is so sweet. It just, when you're like, you're already nervous and then something just throws you off. That's the problem. Okay. So I'm seasoning. If you've seen me, we're always gonna have garlic, and you're always gonna have these the onion powder. That's like a combo, like a knockout combo. But I'm gonna add a few more things in here. I'm gonna add some cumin tonight. I'm gonna add some paprika tonight. Hopefully I have cumin, and I'm gonna add some dry seasoning. Okay. Zoe, can you do that over there? Like, my daughter is like making cookies behind me. I'm trying to lose weight. This chick is making cookies, but it's all good. That's what happens when they're at that age, right? Okay. So as I said, I'm gonna add a little bit of different type of seasoning in here. Is it done?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm definitely adding salt and pepper. Like I will still add that, but I just want to add these things here. I don't, when I normally add all of this stuff, I don't need that much salt or pepper. So okay. So here's my little salt. They do attract trolls, but I get it. It's par for the course. I just have to get back on. Okay, get back into what we're doing. Block who we can, and just keep it moving. And what we're doing is keeping it moving. By the way, let me tell you, I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know who's going through a journey of like trying to figure out how to get themselves snatched, how to get off the couch, how to eat better, how to go to the gym, with everything else that's going on in their lives. I get it. Okay. And I know I'm not someone who looks terribly overweight, but whatever. I did not like how I started to look in my clothes. So I knew I had to take control of it quickly before I became depressed about it. And then, all those other things that happen when we're not where we need to be. But I say all of that to say, get you a Fitbit, or if you have an Apple Watch and you are, can use it for tracking your steps, your calories that you're burning, your weight, whatever you're doing. This thing will keep you in check. I only have had it for like 24 hours, and I'm like, why didn't I have this before? Like, why didn't someone tell me that this was going to be? I can't stop looking at this and being like, okay, I gotta move, I gotta walk, I gotta do this, today, because I set a goal for myself, and here's the goal, and it may be unrealistic to some, and it might be like, oh, that's a good goal. I said by the end of August, and I'm just putting it out there to the strangers watching this, I want it to be in 4 weeks. I want it to be down, 7 pounds. Okay. I think more than doable, but sometimes life be lifing. As I said, I'm adding some cumin to this because I want to give a little bit of different flavor to my steak in this meal. So we'll see. I've never done this with cumin, so we'll see if it tastes okay. But anyway, I wanted to be down like how many pounds? 7 pounds, I think. Yeah. And I've been doing the work. I know I have, but you just don't know. Like what you can't see and compare, you really can't know if you're doing the right things. Okay. And so what I did, we'll put this down so you got this. So what I did is I got this Fitbit and I said, here are the goals. 5 days of working out every 5 days a week. As I said, I work out at my job. So I figured I go to work Monday to Friday. I will work out Monday to Friday. On top of that, I am going to double my results by doing a high protein, low, the calorie deficit lifestyle. I don't call it diet because I don't think this is something that I'm going to be only doing until and then getting there. So I'm doing mostly low protein, but not cutting out all carbs because I think that we need carbs, we need energy, we need this, right? So anything that's subscribed to, hey, no carbs, I was just like, you're not for me, or this is not going to work. And on top of it, I was going to add 10 to 12,000 steps per day. Okay. That was the goal. 10,000 to 12,000 steps per day and walking in that steps, like walking, adding walking, not necessarily running, because I don't want any really lots of cardio. I'm 45. The research is in. We don't need the high hit cardios at my age. So I said I did all of that. And I was like, well, how am I going to know if I hit all my goals? How would I know when those things are happening? Because I don't have an iWatch. And I was like, I think I did it, but how do I know? And so I got this Fitbit. And I have been so freaking obsessed with this thing. And let me see, I'll tell you, while we out here, let's just show it off. Today, 11,134 steps. Okay, 4.65 miles. I've burned 2,121 calories. Tell me I'm not going to hit that goal at the end of this month. If I keep this up, I'm going to be a bodybuilder. If I keep this up, I'm going to be a bodybuilder. Where is my cast iron? Ugh, these kids and where they put stuff back is just the most annoying thing in this house. All right, so I'm going to use this cast iron. I actually thrifted this cast iron. So freaking heavy, but I do need to season it. And if you know what I mean by that. Okay, so actually, let's go with this guy. Yes, so as I was saying, I cannot believe it. I think I might have to push that 12,000. Maybe it needs to be minimum 12,000 steps because it is going on 7 p.m. Bedtime is in about 2 hours. Well, sorry, 3 hours. And I'm already at 11,000 steps. And the goal is this is every day. So I'm telling you, and this is walking, right? Obviously, the most high intensity stuff I did was this morning when I worked out, 30 minutes of strength training and 30 minutes of high elevation. I walked on the treadmill, but I put the resistance high to do that. And that was fine. And I'm telling you, like, I can't explain to anyone else like how amazing this is working. So just saying, as they have said, nutrition is probably 80%. I do think it is working that way. Nutrition, 80%. And then we can add, obviously, the fitness. But the fitness doesn't have to come with something crazy. Like, you don't have to be out there running 10 miles a day, ma'am or sir. Okay? You don't have to do all that. Just walk. And it's free. Like, I don't know why they don't push that. I think it's a marketing trick to get us in those gyms and paying those membership prices. I really, really do. Because why? Why are we not doing more walking? And, we don't have to be running. Everybody doesn't have to be trying out for a half marathon. Everybody doesn't have to be doing all that. People be doing the most. And I feel like that is enough. So if you're someone who's just really trying to get on your fitness game, I promise you this would be it. No workout. Have a shot of olive oil today. Okay. Does it have to be as in a shot, or can we just cook with it and see if it works? Okay, while the pan is heating up, I am just slicing. I'm slicing some red onions. Then I'm going to cut up a little bit. This is all to go now with the eggs because we're making a steak. I don't know how you would say steak and egg and steak burrito. I'm not sure how one must say this. I'm hoping I have some red peppers, but you saw that amazing lunch I made yesterday. If you didn't check out that video, by the way, if you saw me doing it last night, I had that for today, and the lunch was immaculate. It was so good. The dressing had really gotten and was absorbed by all the parts of that meal, and it was amazing. So kudos on that one. As I said, if you buy these things out in the street, you will pay an arm and a leg. And so I was pretty excited that I was able to make such a great high protein lunch and not spend an arm and a leg. Oh, yes, we do have a red pepper here. So I'm going to make this, I'm going to add this to the mix. Okay, I had a lot of protein today. Oh, you had seafood. That's good. Have alkaline diet and meat that hasn't been cured. Okay, I'm not sure where I would get meat that hasn't been cured. Seafood, yes, has a lot of protein. So that's going to definitely get you hitting your protein goals. Does anyone watching this have a protein goal, or have you really ever thought about it? It was something that you're like, girl, I just eat what I eat. But has any one of you kind of thought about your protein goals and if you're trying to hit a certain number? As I said, I'm trying to hit 100 a day. And that could be hard unless you get intentional. Because that's like 40, trying to hit at least 40 to 45 grams of protein in each meal. And I think I did it for breakfast and lunch today for sure. Not sure yet what we're having for dinner. But since I made so much salad last night, I'm just going to take another one of those salads tomorrow for lunch. And although I don't like having the same thing over and over, the salad was so good. And so as long as I don't have a salad tonight for dinner, I should be okay tomorrow having that. And I'll probably take with me a different side or something. One of the things that I took last night, I didn't show this on the live last night, but while I was prepping my lunch bag, I forgot I had brought home some tomatoes that I got at the farmer's market last night and some basil. And all I did, I didn't add any additional fats by adding olive oil or anything. I just cut up the tomatoes, like rough cut, and then added the basil and then put it in the fridge. And I cannot tell you how fantastic. I might have a little bit left in my lunch bag. Hold on. I cannot tell you just how fantastic that was. I do. That it was so good. And so a very low protein addition It was so, so good. And it tasted almost like you had put olive oil in it. But the tomatoes from the juice from the tomatoes and then the melding of the basil, it was chef's kiss. And that I had that literally like a snack um, in the afternoon. It was so good. Okay, I'm going to, what do you think? Should I add tomatoes in the burrito or just kind of go simple? I'm going to come back over here. Pot is definitely smoking. And so I'm going to ow. Okay. And this should not take a long time at all. Full of it, it is. You can make an omelet with the leftover veggies. Well, I'm kind of making an omelet with all the veggies now, and I'm trying to add just things that will season this steak burrito and get it going. I'm also trying to show women who are super busy that this is something they can do pretty easy at night or in the evening or even on the weekends if you want to prep way in advance. I just didn't have the time today to do it. But this is what I mean, that we can add these things in our meals and, without having to worry. We can not add, but we can do these things daily, without having to worry about the next day, like, oh my God, what am I going to eat? What am I going to eat? So I'm going to probably add something that people are going to be like, no, you're not. But as I said, I'm trying to get to 40. And I think I might add some beans in there. And so black beans, let's see how much protein is in this guy. And so we're looking at, there's 3.5 servings per container. So this is a 15 ounce, 15.5 ounce. So we have 3.5, and then we have, it's 130 calories, and there's 8 grams of protein, okay, per serving. So actually this is going to add, I think this is going to take me over my 40 grams. What do you think? Are we adding it in here? Do you think I should go for it? You said Goya is the best beans to have lower sodium than it is. I live off of the Goya beans. Every time we go to the supermarket, I always bring back, because you can do so much with them. And it's just an easy way to, especially if I'm looking now to do proteins. Now I see them in a whole different light. Like, come here, Goya. Come here. So I'm going to add beans to it. Here's the other thing I'm going to add to my eggs. I'm going to add cottage cheese. So my protein in this thing is going to come from, obviously, the steak, eggs, and whole eggs. And I'm going to do egg whites. And then we're going to add the beans in here. I'm going to be over the 40 grams of protein. So that's all we need, right? Okay. So I'm going to take this steak out of here. Don't want it to get overcooked. As I said, it's a very thin piece. I'm making 2 big ones or maybe a couple of little ones. I don't even know the size of my tortilla yet, but I'm going to make one for my husband as well. So I'm going to put that steak in there. Okay. And now check. It looks so good. It smells amazing. So we're already halfway there. Okay. I'm going to rinse this just to get a little bit of the sodium off of it. And so because I want to also not have it so wet and in its own sauce. So what I normally do is just pour it out on a strainer and then run the water over it so that I can also try to get as much sodium off of it as well. As Tamara said, Goya already does a good job with not trying to kill us with the amount of sodium it puts in the can, but I also try to get as much more off by running it over water. Okay. Is this something that you would try at home? Like, let me know in the comments. Like, is this something, or you're like, nah, I need my bagel or cereal? Or could y'all tell me what kind of breakfast foods you normally have right now? I'll be honest with you, I wasn't even a person that liked breakfast. And I normally used to eat, and I think that's probably what you know, killed it for me. I normally used to not eat any breakfast. Then I'll go to work, sit down for hours. I have a desk job. And then I wasn't working out the way consistently. And the weight just started coming. And I was just like, I'm not even eating bad, but you're not eating good either. So I think that's what killed it. This thing smells so good. I swear. I could have that for dinner right now. All right, let's get a bowl to mix our eggs and see what we're going to do. As I said, right now I have some peppers. I do have some fresh herbs, so let's get that as well. Might as well throw that in the mix. I have some dill. I think I have, what do I have? Oh, and then the other thing I'm going to add to this is where's my fresh herbs? I'm going to add an avocado. However, I won't cut the avocado tonight just because I don't like how it looks like when it's brown. Like, oh, I'm just not a fan of that. Ugh. But avocado is a really good one to add to your things. Okay, I was thinking of maybe making an avocado dip so I can put it in there. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel. I'm already 37 minutes in. So I have some dill. That's fine. And I have some chives. Actually, I'm going to use the chives, not the dill. So I'm going to add chives in it later. But let's get a bowl and get the eggs going. Did you know that for a lot of people who want high protein, it takes about 5 eggs to get like 30 grams of protein, which is like the recommended, like when you say you're doing a high protein diet, 30 grams in a meal. And you would need 5 of those. And I'm like, damn, that is so much. Like, who's eating 5 eggs? But here is the trick. Here is the trick to it. I'm going to do 2 eggs, and then I'm going to supplement with egg whites. The egg whites is where the protein's at anyway. So, all right. We're almost done with this. Guys. Oh my gosh. It smells amazing. I'm going to let it rest. Yes, yes. Okay. That's done. That's all I need right now. Okay. So, as I said, trick is we're doing 2 eggs, 2 whole eggs, and then we're going to supplement with egg whites. Then I have another trick for you. Okay? All of this is so I can get that high protein. Do I have a whisk? Oh, whisk is in here. Okay. So I'm whisking the 2 eggs right now. There we go. And then you can use, obviously, egg whites from a whole egg. I am lazy. And I'm just going to fill this guy up with egg whites. And I might need some more. As I said, this is going to be for my husband and I. But we'll see. I also have I'm adding beans and I'm adding all this stuff. So I may not need all of that, actually. What do you think? A little bit of black pepper. I don't put the salt in right now because I don't want it to become runny, or, you know, I want it to cook and then I add salt at the end. Add a little more black pepper. All right, I'm going to start cooking my veggies first so they could soften, because you don't want crispy veggies in your omelet. Like, it's not that kind of meal. So I'm going to use a different pot. And we're basically just about to layer this until we get our waffle. Okay, so I put the pot on. Here's the other trick to this: cottage cheese. Now, don't kill me and don't roll your eyes. I definitely was not someone who was into cottage cheese before. I could not. Hubby is not down here. He should be making dinner, and I don't think he realizes it's his turn. So I don't know what we're going to do after I finish, but we'll see. Cottage cheese. I know a lot of people don't like cottage cheese. The other thing you can use is add Greek yogurt. But I'm going for the gut. I'm going for it. Okay. So I did 2.5 scoops of cottage cheese. And so I know a lot of people don't like cottage cheese, and I've told them this: you will not taste the cottage cheese when you mix it like this. I promise you, you will not. You were like, oh, I didn't even realize you had that in there. It just makes, to me, it just makes the eggs super creamy and fluffy. And I don't know what to, I don't know how to explain it, because I did not like cottage cheese before. And then I was like, I kept hearing like, okay, here are the bosses when it comes to the protein. You got your chicken, you got your beef, you got your salmon, and you got your cottage cheese. I mean, they're on the boss level. If you're really trying to hit, you know, those gains, cottage cheese got to be in it. So low-fat cottage cheese, here we go. And so I've been finding different nice ways to add it into things where I don't feel like, ugh, I'm eating cottage cheese right now, and it still tastes great, okay? So trust me on it. Try it. I promise you, you're going to be like, all right, I'm going to try this. If the diva says it's okay, I'm going to try it. But it's definitely something that I'm like, I have been loving. I can't find my kitchen scissors because I have teenagers. And when teenagers wash dishes, they will put things back wherever suits their mind that moment. If they have to go back to their game or on the phone, and the scissors need to go in the area that's where the pancake mix are, that's where it's going to go. So I don't know where my son has put those scissors, but what I'm chopping up right now is a little bit of the chives. And this is really going to be for garnishment later, but we'll see. All right. So what you have, I have some, I'm going to saute the, you know what? Let's get some garlic in there. Let's get the flavor. Because the worst thing is what I'm seeing on YouTube, because, you know, I go on YouTube often, like, to get different recipes, TikTok, you know, all those places. I'm like, where's the flavor? Why we got to be in shape but flavorless? Why has food got to be 3 ingredients and it's not anything that, I'm like, gosh, is this what it means to be healthy all the time? You just live without flavor? If you've been following me, you know I'm from the Caribbean, and that's, I mean, we just can't. Like, food has to have flavor. It has to be seasoned. It has to appear, you know, brown in the eye. Like, we're not looking at any chicken that looks like it just came off of, you know, it got to look good. It got to taste good. Because then what's the point? I'm going to go through life looking good, but having no flavor in my food. So I'm going to put some garlic in there. Let's add the profile. Let's make the profile, they will say. Oh, okay, we go. Here we go. My niece threw dishes. You know what? I laugh, but I do think that they do that. Like we have two knives in my drawer right now. Two, like, eating, like dinner knives. Two. I bought a set. And I do think, indeed, it's four of us, my husband, my two teens. And I do, in fact, believe that those children, I call them the tenants most of the time here, I do believe that they threw those things away. Because why in the hell do I have two knives? I mean, I feel like I need to take one and put it in my room. So at least I have one when I need to eat. It's crazy. I'm afraid to buy a new set. Thanksgiving is coming around. We have family coming in town. And I'm like, am I really going to buy a new, and it was an expensive set. It wasn't like a cheap, like, these kids, man, I swear. Okay, so there we go. Got some garlic in there. All right. I'll bring you over with me so you can see it in action. I have a big pot on there because I'm going to be doing a lot in there. So we're gonna take over here. All right, I'm gonna leave the chives for now. We don't need to have that sizzle. I'm gonna lower the pot a little bit because I don't want the garlic to burn. But this will be a nice taste with the steak. And then we're gonna, this is gonna be so good. I could, when you can smell garlic and onion doing its thing, and you're just like, life is good. Like if that's all you have, right? This is a good thing. If this is all you have this is all I had. You don't have to have the world. I'll tell you this much. I bet you if I were to go buy this tomorrow, how much is a steak and egg burrito? Guys, can you guess? How much is that normally? I'm in San Diego. But how much do you think is a steak and egg burrito? And what do you think comes in it that I probably don't need that it comes with? I'm so happy I happened on this live long time. Aria Astor Skincare. Thank you. I appreciate that. Flavor is better than salt. It is. I know for a fact you can cook. I remember the girls' weekend in DC and all the food and presentation. Oh my gosh. Girl, that was like my 30th birthday. My 30th birthday. That is crazy that you remember that. Holy shoot. That's 15 years ago. Okay, I'm going to add, remember we're building high protein, right? So just let it go. Let it just go with the flow here. I think the red peppers and the onions and garlic, that is giving this thing. My dog is, Zena over here like, come on, just drop something. Just drop something. $12.50 for a steak burrito. Yes, that's about, actually, we're up at 15 in San Diego. 15 in there. That is exactly how much we're paying for a burrito now. Now it's big, but we're up at 15, like craziness. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is gonna keep this on there for a little longer. I'm gonna raise the volume, raise it a little bit. I know I'm heavy-handed on the olive oil, not making any qualms about it. It's my healthy fat. How about that? But I know I have to go slower, especially it's just adding extra calories that I don't need, but it's flavor. You gotta get flavor in there. It's flavor. Hello from Argentina. Thanks for jumping in. I appreciate that. Chipotle. No, it's not for, no, these, so at least I would give them this in San Diego. I don't think I've ever had Chipotle while here because we're in San Diego. You just go to the Mexican spots and get real Mexican food. But it's about $15. I get it from a taco truck that is near the job, and everyone loves this taco truck. Um, but oh my god, it is so good. All right, so what I think I'm gonna do is now add our egg potion. Remember, in here we have the egg whites, two eggs, and then cottage cheese. Okay. Oh, this bowl is heavy. And remember, the reason I'm doing all of this is because I am trying to get to a high protein for 40 grams of protein in a meal. And so I'm trying to add as many things that will taste good, but still, come up on the thing. So yes, it may not look like, oh my gosh, but now I was reading this article actually today, and they were saying when you want that really beautiful egg look for your eggs and stuff, get the brown eggs because they're normally going to be the very yellow eggs. I don't know if that's true for sure, but that's definitely something that maybe I'm going to try. I'm on a live. And what do you? That's Zoe's cookies. Okay. All right. So I'm just trying to. I don't like runny eggs. So what we're doing is just cooking it. It's scrambled. I do not like this has to be cooked down for me to be like, okay, this is good. Then also, because we're here in the cheese land, I'm gonna add some cheese, some shredded cheese, but I'm gonna make this cook down a little more before I add the cheese. And then I'm gonna show you the wrap that I'm gonna use so that I can do that. I could keep it still kind of low carb and not kill the whole idea of me doing this thing here. Okay. I have my heat on really low so it doesn't burn. That's why it's probably taking forever and a day, but we'll see. Maybe I should have added more eggs because I feel like I have more beans than eggs. But it's okay. It's okay. The beans is not all for naught, right? The beans are not all for naught, but now it's starting to come together. I just don't like runny eggs, in like runny scrambled eggs, and my husband certainly doesn't. He would definitely not eat it if he was like, it needs to be cooked, Caribbean cooked. And so if you leave it by itself, it will start to burn very quickly. So I keep moving it around until I get consistency that I would stomach. And then while that's doing that, I'm just going to add, if we have, a little bit of cheddar cheese. Let's give it a little color. A win for the natural hair. I'm feeling that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right, so I'm just adding some cheddar cheese in there. Just finished this bag. This was like maybe 3 teaspoons. Nothing too much, but maybe it'll give me a gram. This has 6 grams of protein of serving. So look at me adding protein when I don't even know. Okay. Think we're good there. Get some of that in there. Now we got the chives in there. Okay. And then I'm going to leave it on here for a little bit because I know it's going to it's going to dry out a little more because as I said, I do not like any type of wet eggs. It's just not a thing. Okay. All right. So what we made is we're about to assemble a high protein high protein steak burrito. Okay. And so I'm going to get a cutting board to get everything going. I made this cutting board, by the way, because your girl's a little DIY. Love my DIY. Okay, so this is the steak that we had made before. We just have to cut this up, and then we will get our, let me get the, what's the thing called? Let me get the tortillas. Okay. Oh, did I not have any more? Oh, I do. Okay. So I'm going to be using these. It's Carb Balance, keto certified. Sorry, keto certified Carb Balance. So I'm going to do that. And then the last part of this is I'm going to put this in the, I'm going to put them in our air fryer. So it could be crispy on the top and juicy in the middle. So I just have to cut up. I'm just going to cut these up a little bit. Just cut them up in small pieces to go in a burrito, obviously. And then put them in the air fryer. You got to try this. Like, first of all, the meat looks like heaven. It smells like heaven. But I'm just cutting it up in small pieces so they can go in the air fryer. I mean, it could go in a tortilla. Obviously, you need smaller pieces. Okay. The steak, so good. Okay. I'm going to bring over some eggs. Because now the hard part for me begins. Is trying to get these eggs in these small little tortilla. Okay. So I put a little bit in here. The black beans are there to give me that extra. You don't have to do it, but I'm just experimenting. And so why not? So what we're going to do is put a little bit. These are small, I guess we should say wraps, because I thought I had the bigger wraps or what you do for tortilla, but I don't. So I was told, go all the way in like this. Then pull it back. And go around. So proud of myself. And so these are going to go inside. These I'm going to put them inside of the air fryer. So I want this to be like crispy on the outside. And then if you do that, you can freeze these. So you don't have to worry about pull back all the way. Bring your ends in. Wait. Tuck it under, bring the ends in. And then roll. Are we getting it? Are we getting it? Looks good, right? All right. While you're on here, since you hung in with me for this entire time, let me get my air fryer out so you can at least see one or two of these in action. And then hopefully you would be doing it yourself. Obviously, mixing whatever different things you want. But the whole point of it is trying to get the protein in there. Because that's the reason I'm doing this. So got my little Ninja As I said, I didn't pre anything, right? Like when you watch me on these lives, you're seeing it from, like if I were doing this without you here. But it just shows you how easy it is that one can do these things. So I'm gonna put this in here. Okay, now I think I'm gonna put air fry. We'll see how that works out. Because I have max crisp or air roast. I'm not air roasting it. I'm not air broiling it. So let's see how that works. In the meanwhile, I probably can do 2 more. And so just put your egg mixture in here. And I've done enough where, as I said, you can have enough for tomorrow, and then you can probably put some away. Probably put too much in this one just now. I'm gonna definitely buy the bigger. I'm probably gonna buy the bigger rolls. This one is gonna break because it's too much. I'm trying it. Too much is in here. Let's see if we can do this again. It's messy. It's okay. This is what I'm eating, right? Like I'm not cooking for the town. So I'm okay with that. I'm not selling this tomorrow. This is what it looks like. Real home cooking, saving you money. Okay? And so that's how it is. Let me know, honestly, if you would try this, or is this something just like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. And if you really want to get fancy, then even having a like doing the avocado cream, like a dipping sauce, and what you will do is in a blender an avocado, and then some lime juice, salt, pepper, and yogurt, and you will be good to go. They're coming out okay. I mean, I don't know what the tail is over here, but you know. Charmaine, you said no, you would not try it at home. How come? Okay. So I have 4, and I still have a little bit of meat left still. So I'm going to try to finish the meat especially. So I'm going to get some more eggs. As I said, this is something that is very customizable. The whole point is trying to get, like next time I'm going to try it again. And I'm going to try I want the yellow eggs. The brown eggs that will make the eggs yellow and look like, the ones you see in the restaurant. But eggs are eggs when it comes to protein. So I can't really, I'm not going to stress it. I'm not going to not eat it. And you just do a couple of these. And as I said, you can freeze these. So you don't have to do this, if I wasn't cooking for hubby as well, like this would be frozen for sure. And then I can have this at least one other day this week. Okay. I want a motorboat. Oh, okay. Now another damn troll. Jeez. Tonight was the night for the trolls. Okay. I'm going to see what this looks like. Okay. So we have 3. And I think I have one last one. Actually, just finished the bag. I do like the carb balance because obviously tortillas have a lot of carbs. And if you're going to do this, remember, we are trying to, we're not trying to kill the progress. I'm not saying no carbs. I'm just saying, be careful. This is so good. I'm getting better with the roll too. You just push it all the way and then roll back. And then these guys are tucked. I didn't rip any of them today. And there we go. So we have 1, 2, so 4, and then I have 2 in there, so 6. I'm not gonna eat more than 2. So we'll probably have an extra 1. But that is how easy this was. Hello, Lourdes. Thanks for jumping on. Okay. To recap, high protein breakfast. Eggs, whole eggs, add cottage cheese. You don't have to be doing a whole burrito, anything. But if you're trying to up the protein, to get the amount of protein you may need for eggs, you'll need like 5 whole large eggs. I don't think most of us are eating 5 whole large eggs at all. But add protein and then add egg whites. And so that's how you can quickly get to your 30 grams of protein like that. I've been doing mostly high protein meals in the last month, along with my exercise routine. And I promise you, I think that's what's working more than my exercise. Okay? Okay. Let me take these out. Here. Guys. And I'm going to just pop these in. I'm going to do 1. Oop. 2, 3. Just be careful when you're picking them up that you don't unravel them by accident. All right. Should I cut into it so you can see the magic? Let's. I wanted it crispy. Now, obviously, a burrito you normally don't get. You normally won't get at any place. I've never gone and gotten a crispy burrito, but we're doing this at home. You hear that? You hear the crunch? Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I'm definitely gonna hit this with a dip because this is the steak, the eggs, the beans, the cheese, the peppers. Oh, this is a winner. This is a winner. Deep fry. Oh, a crispy or deep fried burrito. I've never even knew you could do that. But this is a winner. This is my dinner too. This is so good. This is so good. You want to taste it?
You're overreacting.
All right, you want to taste it?
You're like,
It's so good.
What's in it?
Oh, just taste it. It's very hot though. Is it good? Is it?
I think a little bit more, but.
Is it good? You want to tell them if it's good?
How much people are on it?
Tell them if it's good. Can you? It's hot. Oh my God. I told you it's hot.
Good.
Can you tell them if it's good?
Yeah, it's good.
All right, what's up?
It's good.
It's good. Mm. Yeah, it's good. Y'all gotta try this.
Yeah, that's smacking, Mom.
It's smack. Thumbs up from the team. He's like, yo, it's smacking. He is, girl, he is very big. You gotta try this. It's guilt-free eating here. Mmm. It's so good. My daughter cooked the cookies. I'm not even in. I don't know what she's doing over there, but I think she made they were trying to make, what is it called? S'mores cookies, s'mores chocolate chip cookies. But I'm the healthy one here. And this high protein burrito, as my darling teenager just said, Mom, that slaps. That slaps. It's good. You gotta try it. Super easy. Look how these are coming out in here. What I am gonna do, I am gonna make my avocado dip first. So I'm gonna jump off of here with you guys, make that dip, pack my lunch. This slaps. I'm gonna try to make different types now because now I'm like, okay, I got this. But if you are someone, so everyone in the house, yes, everyone, except my husband cooks, my son, my son doesn't do anything in cooking, but my daughter does. So yes, we'll recook and pre-cook food. It's true. But I think the crunchiness definitely adds to it. So I'm excited about that. But this is a good one and I am excited. If you can you turn off your volume? Thanks. So if you are looking for a high protein meal, steak, eggs, cottage cheese, beans, egg whites, you're gonna kill it. You're gonna kill it. And I promise you, I think that's what's helping me drop the weight like this. I'm toning up very quickly. Like I was looking at my arms this morning. I was like, look at you. It's working. It's I cannot tell this anymore. It's working. Fried burrito is a chimichanga. Oh, okay. This is a healthy one though. I'm gonna tell y'all now. This is a healthy one. And on top of it, frying it in the end is definitely, I mean, air frying it, you're not doing anything wrong to that body. But inside is all the goodness of a high protein meal. And if you're trying to drop that weight, you definitely should be doing that. So we have the last set come out. I'm gonna wrap these up for breakfast tomorrow. And we're good. All right. All right. Well, thanks for hanging in with me here. I'm about to clean up this kitchen a little bit, figure out what dinner is. Hope that this was informative. If you haven't already, give this a thumbs up, please. And most importantly, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, I would love some subscribers. I would love some folks who rock with the diva, who understand the Luxe life on a budget is a thing, who want more ideas on Luxe lifestyle, including healthy lifestyle. If you're all up for that, I would love to see you in the subscriptions when I go back. And check out my latest video that I just dropped today, actually, where I thrifted 5 outfits for under $50 for someone going to Europe. Yes, a viewer reached out to me and was like, hey, can you thrift me some outfits? But my budget is $50 and I'm going to Portugal. I said, say less. And I delivered. But you got to check out the video to see if it's something that, you would have thrifted yourself or wear to Portugal. They can stay in the fridge areas. They can stay there for maybe 1 to 2 days, but they could be frozen. That's what I would do. Just freeze them. And then when you're ready to eat them again, pop them in when you're ready to eat them, then pop them in the the air fryer. How can I'm currently motivated to get started cooking. Go for it. Go for it. Save those coins. Going out all the time. It's not even like you don't even feel that, for a lot of places, you don't even feel like this was worth it. Do we reheat? Yes, reheat in the air fryer or in the oven, but they're crispy now. I would reheat in the fryer, but just make sure you're watching it because you don't want to burn it. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be back here tomorrow, same time, 6:30, cooking something up for this, getting this together. All right. Bye. And as I always say all the time, stay Luxe. Bye.